we have just gotten some news for Jade Cargill. She will be making her first official stop at a Raw or SmackDown in terms of heading out to the ring, being in front of a public crowd next week on SmackDown, and it's official. She is a SmackDown signing. How do you guys feel about this, man? Let's start with Kenny.
Well, I mean, I thought she was a SmackDown signing this whole time because we see her on SmackDown pretty much every week or every time we see her. We don't ever really see her on Raw, so that's not really the surprising thing to me. The surprise is that she's coming out like 1 week before WrestleMania, so I'm curious to know where we go with her. Kiddo, what do you think?
I'm happy, and I think they did sign her like in a segment months and months ago, maybe before WrestleMania. And that's the problem with me with Jade Cargill right here. So I'm happy this is happening because she kind of came out with the news. We see the photos, we see all the press in the very beginning, and then she's on and off and on and off. Like, it's been really weird. Like, is she ready? There's been some time now, and they asked Triple H, oh, we'll still cook her a little bit. She needs to get ready. Okay, it's been months after that. Like, where the hell is she? We've been waiting and waiting, and finally we're gonna go ahead and, like you said, Brian, she's gonna actually come out to the ring. No backstage BS, no Twitter or social media BS. She's gonna be in the ring, probably cut a promo, maybe get a opponent, and that's what I'm excited about. WrestleMania is right there, and I'll make the first prediction of this video. She is definitely going to be in the match card, maybe by herself against another opponent, or in a tag team match. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I think WWE, even with all this pit stops, have been presenting her awesomely, and so I'm just really psyched to see her succeed. And I think she's also gonna take the championship, the one that Rhea doesn't have. There you go.
Ooh,
So
okay, so
I'm super hyped.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree, Kira. I don't see them putting her on TV this close to Mania without not trying to set her up in the card, because at that point, just debuted her on SmackDown after and call it the new era or something like that. But I think they're pushing for her to be on the card somehow, some way. And I think we were all talking about this before this video, and it was more about her being involved with the Damage Control feud, where you may get Kabuki Warriors and Dakota Kai against Bianca, Naomi, and Jade Cargill, if that's the case. So we'll have to see how that goes, because they were just being attacked. No Bailey, and obviously we know Bailey will be against Io Sky at WrestleMania, so we'll have to see how that goes. Kenny, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, first off, like Kiro said, he thought she was signed to SmackDown. They did do that segment in the back where she was working on signing a contract or whatever, and she said, "I know y'all not interrupting me when I'm trying to take care of my big business or whatever." Yeah. So I mean, I thought that was kind of telling us that she's going to be on SmackDown.
Right.
But as far as who she's facing at WrestleMania, they said she's going to be making her in-ring debut, not in-ring debut, but she will be on the show for the first time on SmackDown as a SmackDown star. So I don't think she's going to come out and cut a promo or anything like that. If she does, it's probably going to be like an open challenge to see who she's facing against. But being that Naomi just had that match, they beat her down. Bianca came out, they beat her down, and there was really no resolution. We got to get to some type of resolution next week. So if that same thing happens, they lay out Bailey, they lay out Bianca, they lay out Naomi, then I think that's where you see Jade Cargill pop up and they just throw her in the mix with all of them.
I must agree. Now, we see Jade is going to SmackDown. This is a huge signing for the SmackDown brand. And once again, it feels like Raw is being left out in the dust. And now we're heading into a time where Cody, he might finish his story. So now we're talking about another superstar going to SmackDown if he does. Where does this leave Raw, bro? What's going on?
Well, go ahead, kiddo.
Man, I don't think it should be a problem. I think there is enough people in the WWE in the roster that if you bring them to Raw, or the people in Raw, like you give them proper storylines, proper gimmicks, some entertaining stuff, Raw can go ahead and create new stars. And I think that's actually the ideal thing, right? Raw shouldn't be relegated to the, second show, forget about it, in a SmackDown. It's 2 hours, it's cool. Raw, 3 hours. We have this contract. It's all good. Like, even if it does kind of bad, or even if we write bad writing, people are still going to watch. We're still going to make the money. That's the attitude with the WWE right now, and I can't blame them. They're making a crap ton of money, but they should create new stars. It sucks because SmackDown, you have LA Knight, so many. Like, if I start counting who we have on SmackDown, it's incredible. I almost start crying for Raw. So I don't know. They just need to step up their game. People on Raw. That's it.
I
Yeah.
agree. Go ahead, Kenny.
I was gonna say I think they definitely will, because she signed to SmackDown right now, but after WrestleMania is pretty much when we do the draft. So there will be a draft.
Oh,
Raw is
yeah.
Right.
on the Netflix. That's their like $20 billion deal or whatever.
Mhm.
So I think the Raw brand will get a little jolt
Good
here
point. Good point.
sooner rather
Yeah,
than later.
that's a good point because we'll probably get a shakeup and things like that. Because, like, I know Kira's talking about creating new stars. Like, the first guy that comes to my mind that should be on Raw with all this going on would probably be a guy like Braun Breaker, but he's on SmackDown. Because a guy like Braun Breaker would greatly benefit from the lack of possible star power on Raw. You know, him being able to come up and really make some noise at that point.
It would be the king of
I
Raw.
agree. I agree. But
Yeah, but do you?
go ahead?
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you want to keep Braun Breaker on SmackDown if that's where Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns is gonna be? If he's
Hmm.
one of your future
Yeah,
stars, he's gonna get eaten by those guys. So you definitely want to move him to a Raw if that's where you're gonna have your up and coming guys. So I agree.
I 100% agree with that as well. But do you guys have any extra thoughts on Jade Cargill's SmackDown debut next week?
She was looking good in the video package. I just like to say that's it.
I have the same thought. Also, I want her to do a one-on-one match instead of a tag team, so she can just be on the main
That
stage.
would be
But
awesome.
One-on-one
yeah,
match, kiddo. Right now, who should she face?
Bianca Belair. That's the first name.
Ooh.
Oh, I think that's
I don't
next
know if
year.
she's ready for Big Yonka.
That's next year. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think so
think.
too. She's
Hmm.
tangled up in her
Brian, who
own
do you
story,
say?
Bianca.
Yeah, who do you say,
Yeah.
Brian?
I think Nia Jax. I think there's something there because of the Rumble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's something there. She eliminated her, but Nia, like, not that Nia has looked weak, but she's been losing these last couple weeks, and obviously as the heel, that's what happens a lot. So I get it.
Yeah.
But I think Nia would be somebody that would do the job, and Nia isn't on the WrestleMania card as far as I know. So that's the perfect
Mhm.
person to put against her. But then again, they're on both different brands now, so I don't know how much that matters when it comes to this WrestleMania card.
Yeah, I think Bianca and Jade Cargill is the finish line. So I think we probably get there. If she's not ready right now, she does need to, get her reps in. So maybe we do that next year. This year, I think because the seeds have been planted, Nia Jax would probably be a good look for her. And you can rehab her really easy. Just have her come out on Raw, go crazy, throw a rampage because she lost. Now she looks strong again. Put her on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah,
Easy.
I gotta agree with that. I think that would be the best scenario for Jade. I don't know, man. I see her playing a big part in that tag team match, though. It's a way to hide her if they think that she's not ready.
Yeah, right. I agree.
So we'll see how that goes, man. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys go on ahead and kiss that ring. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna catch y'all. Peace.
Peace.